Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, what the went down at Apple's keynote? I'm here to tell you. So buckle up for an hour, and we're going to do this thing. I may get a little bit ranty. Let's do it right about now. Good morning. Is everybody well? I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. And today, Apple held their 2023 Wonderlust Keynote Event that they do every year and have done for many, many years. And you know what? They don't really change that much each year, unless you are a person who builds up a lot of expectation for something really fantastic to knock you off your socks. And if you've been in the Apple ecosystem for as long as I have, hopefully you're at the point now where you're able to lower those expectations and not get too upset if the things that don't come that you maybe wanted don't come. Okay? I'm going to say hello to everybody. We're going to have a little bit of a rant at the start, but we'll say hello and get everything done. We will cover what went down, of course, and specs and all that stuff. There's plenty of time for it. And at the end of this show, I will dump you over to Pete Johns, who will give you a more concise look at everything. But I like to take a look at this from perspective, yes? And we're going to do that today. And then, so it's a special day today as well, because we have, after Pete does his look at what went down, I'll be following Pete back again, working on Pete's Songtember song. I've been working on the drums for his track, so very excited. They sound wicked, so hopefully you can join me for that as well. As always, I'd like to welcome our Wart Warriors to the chat. You guys rock and support the channel, and I want to thank you for that. For $1 a month, you become a Wart Warrior. Custom emojis. We do a quiz every now and again. It's just a nice way to support the channel, I guess. So thank you for those who do. And if you join up new, welcome aboard. That's the way it works. As always, our amazing moderator, Thomas Christ, putting the links in the chat for you amongst the many great moderators I have on this channel who constantly just being here, yeah? And sometimes they're not here and sometimes they are. When they are here, they do a fantastic job. There's never any problems. We never have any meetings or how things work and how things have to run. And they do a great job. Because this broader community of many channels that have music happening and whatever we do, it's a really great community. Let's say hello to people. Gregory O'Sullivan, hello to you. Thomas, of course. Ed B. Meadow, Robbie Stingle, thank you for your lovely email. Jim Shannon, hello to you. Chad Freeman, I hope you're doing well, Chad. Good to see you. Who else do I see here? Leela just had a great show over at Rise of Dark. Leela, so if you came over from there, thank you very much. Leela rocks, doesn't she? She's fantastic. We love her. She's another great moderator here on this channel. Frank Terzo's here. Hello, Frank. I saw Mark at the start leave a comment. Don't know if he's still here. Who else? There's the Cage in Your Head official. Hello, long time no see, Darren. Darren Daniluk. Good to see you. All right, Many Vibes. Hello to you. Thank you for that very kind super thanks I got today on one of my old interviews. That was very nice of you. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to strap in for a little bit of a story time with Jade Starr today? Hello, Cold Acre. Because we'll get to the specs and stuff, but you know, don't get your hopes up. I started my journey with Apple devices not so long ago. I was always using PCs and making music that way for the longest time. And then when the original iPhone came out, it was just the iPhone. It didn't come out here in Australia. It was only available in America. And it was assigned to a specific carrier, yeah? And you could only use that carrier. It was AT&T. Didn't have an app store. It just had all the apps on it, like the phone, Safari, Mail. Pretty boring stuff, yeah? Hello, Princess. Pretty boring stuff. But I had to have one. I had to have one. Even though it was kind of useless getting one. It was 2007, absolutely right, Jim Shannon. And I imported one from America over here to Australia. And I couldn't use it as a carrier because we couldn't use our phone carriers with it. But I was able to use Wi-Fi. And I was able to learn about jailbreaking. And I got into this crazy world of jailbreaking and hacking the phone and creating tweaks and making things that the OS wouldn't let you do. And it was really exciting for me because I was starting to understand this new system. And I got a part of this community called the jailbreak tweaking community, whatever you want to call it. And we were like this band of rebels that were going against Apple and changing their little system on their new phone. As it happens, a year later, Apple held one of their yearly events, and out came the iPhone 3G. And I purchased one of those, and the App Store was introduced. And boy, was the App Store... I mean, think about it now. The App Store has changed everything. It really has. On-demand, click, buy, free apps, so many things that are free, so many amazing pieces of software that are on desktop. Now we have them on our devices. The technology's come a very, very long way. And being a part of the jailbreak community, we were like this, as I said, we were like this band of rebels, and everything that was happening in the tweaking jailbreaking world, Apple pretty much implemented on all of their devices. Everything you see now in iOS 16 pretty much came from the jailbreak community. They stole all the ideas, and they consistently tried to stop jailbreakers from doing what they did, even though it wasn't illegal. So there's my little backstory of how I got into iOS. The thing about when an iPad came out was, man, you telling me I can make music on a piece of glass? I can hold this piece of glass and make music. It was just... In my brain, I saw a future that was just mind-boggling. And I remember at the time, a lot of the tech media was saying, the iPad, it's just a big phone. And it's just a consumption device, and people will just be watching movies on it. And I just thought, man, you people are so dumb and blinded, and you really don't see the potential here. So every year, without fail, iPhone, Apple, and iPads, they iterate their devices. They release brand new devices with new features, Siri and new looks. And every year people were clamoring at the bit for a new phone, the new iPad, what's it going to look like? And Apple were industry leaders. And we were in a time, in the early 2010s and on, where technology was it was blowing our minds, But there had to be a time when we got to a point where the technology gets to this stage where iterations aren't going to be that exciting anymore, right? And people have to, settle their expectations. And I think we reached that a few years ago. I mean, you've got other companies like Samsung and stuff who throw every kind of feature at their phone. And most of it is just useless shit that you don't really need. But they're going, look what it does. And nothing that these companies do can seem to knock Apple off the top of this perch. Because Apple try and make things that resonate with human beings. And we're going to get into some other stuff soon. So they've hit a ceiling. And we're not going to get these iterations that blow our minds away anymore. And today... at the event, we kind of got to see that. And we've seen that for the last few years. If you're going into it sitting there expecting to have your mind blown, it won't be. We are going to get something that is slightly faster, has a slightly better camera, does one kind of little thing that makes your life a little bit easier, and costs about the same price as the one from last year. But I remember every year I would update, get the new one, get the new one, get the new one. But also, with the technology as it's enhanced, of course, people don't need to get a new one each year because the ones we have, you get about 5 years out of them these days. And Apple amazingly still continue to update their iOS software for many older devices. I mean, right now, sitting here on this desk, this is an iPad 2017. And it's still running iOS 16.1 point whatever it is at the moment. That's a lot of value for something that cost me $500, I think, at the time. Yeah. And these gadgets are expensive. Last year, I invested in one of these, an iPad 2023 Pro, maxed out. That was a lot of money. But that money, I know, is going to give me at least 5 years, because if it doesn't, I'm going to be pissed. iPhones. I used to update every year. I haven't updated for the longest time. This one here, this is an iPhone SE, last SE model. So from 2020, I think. I haven't had a problem with this. It's still running beautifully. The battery's still great. It never chokes on anything, never stutters or anything. Still running fantastic. Our devices are lasting longer, yeah? And we're getting more value out of them. I think we're at that point where the ceiling's hit and, even watching today the event, normally I'm signed up to so many Apple kind of press outlets and stuff. And the amount of reporting on it just seemed a lot lower this year. Even the press seems like they're finally going, yeah, it's going to come out. It's going to be okay. It's going to be good. Have I missed anyone in the chat? Let's have a break from my hello HR puff and stuff, which I guess is Rhett. The deal for real. Hello. If I've missed you in the chat. So, Thomas says, I'm considering upgrading to new Pro only because of USB-C. All right. So we've had our little talk about that. Something in the keynote today struck me, yeah, that Apple have clearly shifted focus, and I think they know that ceiling has been hit. And what else can you do? The phones iterate at such a rate each year that the technology isn't unable to keep up. We're on micro nanometer chips at the moment. It's ridiculous. The technology is just crazy. And, most of the time they release a new device each year. There's not enough, chipsets and all this stuff to yield to make these things. It's always crazy because the demand is so high and resources and time, and it is what it is. But it seems like Apple's really shifted to what they tried to portray today in their keynote was being a conscientious company, a super rich, but we care company. So we've had our first rant there. Let's talk about the next bit. So their green future, and they are, you can't deny it, they are leaders in this. They definitely want to take their company to zero emissions. They want to have, solar farms for all of the iCloud data. They want all their stores to be fully, green. And that's a fantastic initiative. And today they recycled copper, everything, Today they even took some of their skills in their latest television production with Apple TV, and they did this fantastic little production. It was cheesy, of course, yes, but I did laugh a little bit. And they had this section of the keynote where they were at a round table, and Mother Nature came, and Tim Cook and his crew gave Mother Nature a rundown of what they're doing for Mother Nature. And it was kind of cute. There was a couple of laughs in there, but you can see that's where they're going. The focus of today's show was about even the way they ship phones, cutting down on fuel and shipping using the sea, and the reusing of packaging, smaller packaging, reusing aluminium, reusing so much. Everything's getting recycled into all their goods. And that's been a thing they've slowly been doing for a long time. That's why people hand in their phones that don't get used. That's why they've always been a company that's very lenient with giving you new devices. I have to say, yeah, I've had so many instances where I've taken an iPhone back and they've just given me a new one. They've been very, very good to me over the years. And I'm sure there's been people who've experienced that as well. And they take those devices and they refurbish them and they recycle them. So the message I think they put out today was very strong on, above everything else, this company is leading the way in greenhouse, conscientious of the world, all this stuff. And I think it's very commendable. Good stuff, really good stuff. What I would have loved to have seen was them talking about some of the practices of the way iPhones are made and the human impact in China and stuff like that. That's what I'd really love to see them do, because that stuff's important too, yeah? And every couple of years it comes to the head of the news that here we go, Apple's treatment of workers in their manufacturing plants is pretty shit. It becomes news, everybody talks about it, and then it disappears again. But if you're going to be like 100% talking about green and all this stuff, let's talk about manufacturing Apple, and let's get that. Let's be 100% open about that, and let's really show the world how to do things right. Yeah? So, again, we've set the bar now for what we're talking about. Hello, Pete John. So Pete's up next. He won't be so ranty in his talk about the keynote. And another reason why I'm ranting, folks, is there's not much to tell you. Not much to tell you. Ed Zielinski, hello to you. It wouldn't be an Apple event if you didn't at least cringe twice. That's nothing new. There's a lot of cringe with Apple. It's always been that way. Apple are a very cringy company, and that's kind of what's a little bit endearing in a way, So, rounding out all that, that's what I thought. Pete Shelby, 12 minutes. Rounding out all of that, I just want to finish with, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to get from this year? Do I need an Apple Watch? Yeah, I do, actually. I've got a Series 3. Doesn't do what I want it to do. Do I want to get a new one? Yeah. Do I need another one? I don't know. I'm not sure. Hey, Falco, I'll decide. Is the iPhone 15 really cool? And the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, is it cool? Yeah. Do I need one? Nah, I don't need one. Do I want one? Sure. Hey, Apple, you want to give me one? Will I get one? I don't know. I won't be getting one straight away. I'll be deciding towards the end of the year. Maybe I'll treat myself for Christmas if it was something. But whatever will happen is I won't be getting rid of this iPhone. I never get rid of my devices. I keep all of them. And that's okay too. Some people sell them, right? And I like keeping them. I love the history of Apple and the devices I've created, because why am I telling you all this? It sounds wanky, yeah, but it's real. If it wasn't for these devices, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I wouldn't have made some of the really cool music I've made. I wouldn't have been able to keep in touch with so many friends from around the world that I do all the time. There's so many things I wouldn't have been able to do with these devices. Have they cost me a lot of money? Absolutely. Yeah, lots of money. Do I wish I could get some of that money back? No, because I get value out of it. And I'm not telling you need to use Apple or you need to use this. You do you, boo, man. Yeah? Use what makes you happy. These products have made me happy for a very long time. And as I said, I feel like I make a lot of really cool stuff with it. At a touch, at any time, I can pick the thing up and make stuff. And that has value to me, to be able to just do that when I want on my time. Hello, Lady Rhodaline Straight. And Jamie Melander, dude. Pole vault, what's happening? Fatsification. You're right, there isn't much to say why the time slot allocation for the watch took so long. Well, yeah, I guess, I found I still wasn't bored. You know what I mean? Like, I watched the keynote with Brad. We were in Clubhouse watching it live and chatting along. It didn't bore me. It didn't upset me. It was just something to watch, just like watching another YouTube video. I didn't have any expectations. Here's a watch. Here's what it does. It's got 3,000 nits. Ooh, cool. Awesome. I know there are people, there's going to be YouTube videos, folks, and they're going to be they're going to be rage quitting, they're going to be punching things, they're going to be, I didn't get this, and they're going to be losing their absolute ever-loving You know what I'm saying? Calm down. If that's you and you're recording your video right now, you're about to upload it to YouTube, take a chill pill, dude. Jade was right. They did make it sound like the switch to USB was all their idea. We're moving to USB-C. It's a great new technology, better than Lightning, and it's not that we're being forced to. However it comes about, it's a really good idea. USB-C is, to me, the big thing of the whole event. We have USB-C across devices. Finally, I can share a cable. Yay! I don't have to buy an Apple cable. Yay! Easy stuff. Good times. Shall we? Let's just to finish. I love my devices, man. They're in my hand all the time. I take one downstairs in my lounge room. I have one upstairs. I've got them everywhere. I've got so many old ones that are still powered, still working. I've got an iPhone 6S that I use as an alarm clock. That's all it does. It sits by my bed on a stand as an alarm clock. Hell, I'm going to get my money's worth. This stuff isn't cheap. So there's that. Shall we take a look at what went down? Yeah? Why not? I guess that's what people are here for. So I've got two websites to look at, of course. Hi, Hugh. Good to see you, my friend. We've got two websites. Of course, we're going to be looking at the US and the Australian, just so you can see the price difference and that kind of stuff. Okay. Ed B says, ditching the headphone jacks was such a fantastic invention because we all love expensive dongles. Well, headphones were a dongle as well, Ed. You know what I'm saying? You went from one dongle to another dongle. It is what it is. I've definitely moved on from the headphones. I could give a shit. Yeah, look at Jamie. My old iPhones are streaming my cameras. Yeah, see? Use the things. Don't just throw them away, or get a discount off your next one. So here it is. Here's the event. Blah blah blah. iPhone 15 Pro. The big news. It's made of titanium. Titanium. When I used to work for American Express, I worked in like a really snooty the big deal in American Express where they have these cards called Centurion cards. And you have to, be a rich mother to have a Centurion card, yeah? And they're made of titanium, these cards. And they cost 10 grand a year just to have one of those cards. I can say that now because they won't sack me. But the new iPhones are made of titanium. Well, it's a mixture. It's like a mixture of a titanium kind of light kind of thing. It's got an aluminium inside frame and stuff like that, but all of the outside all titanium. So, well, that's a good thing. That makes it more premium, doesn't it? Does it? It looks titanium alloy. Yeah, there we go. But man, do they look good? They look good. The iPhone 15 is made of your regular stuff. The dynamic island is back, and they've improved the dynamic island, but you know that's a part of the software, so that's not a big thing. Yeah, we all sell the software. Let's talk about the 15 first, and then we'll look at the Pro. So, 48 megapixel camera. Wow. Awesome. Super high resolution photos, 2 times telephoto. Sick. There's no denying it, folks. The cameras are nuts. They are the tits. Yeah? They're tits. Durable color-infused glass and aluminium. So they're using this new coloring system, which hopefully is good. And there it is, charging as easy as USB-C. Been waiting for it for ages. Long time coming. We got a watch. We got the Series 9 watch. The most powerful chip. So they gave it this new chip, this S9 chip, and a whole lot more efficient. Obviously, Apple are using their own chips these days. Very efficient stuff. So, you know, obviously it's going to run better. It's going to have better. It's going to manage battery life better. All this stuff again. Iterations that will just be that little bit better, 30% better here. It's got a brighter watch face. It's like 3,000 nits or something like that. Super bright. The brightest device, they say. A magical new way to use the touchscreen. Plus, new bands. And again, all of this comes back to this whole reusing, recycling of stuff. So the bands these new bands are made from recyclable material. A lot of the material of the watch is recyclable. And then there's the Watch Ultra. For all of those people, like I know there's many of you out there right now who are regularly climbing Mount Everest. And, you know, you're just about to hit the summit and oops, Charlie fell down and broke his leg, so you need that special watch to call people. That's all of us, isn't it? It's the Ultra. It's powered by a super breakthrough chip, Series 9. Most accurate GPS ever. You can go underwater and kill animals with it underwater. You can go deep sea diving with it. It's all good. It's wonderful. Yeah. Carbon neutral. You'll see it everywhere. And they've got this new logo, this new carbon neutral logo. It's like this little flower thing, which is cool. You know, you'll start seeing, there it is. Look at that. Speak of the devil. Carbon neutral. Our first carbon neutral product. Apple Watch marks a milestone in our plan to make all of our products carbon neutral by 2030 because the earth won't wait, neither will we. So this watch is, as they said, completely from A to B, except for the people who are making it and probably under really bad conditions, completely carbon neutral from the shipping to the packaging to every single thing. There is literally zero footprint, they tell us. Great. Good stuff. You know, that's really awesome. I remember when I got my first Apple Watch, I wouldn't even go in the shower with it, even though they were like, you can. And then I did one day and I felt like I had conquered Mount Everest because it was still working. So there's 3 watches. Let's take a look at the watches. Let's go a little bit more. We're going to and learn more. Here it is. Here's the Series 9. Look at that thing. They're beautiful watches. I've owned 2 of them. I would like to upgrade because the one I have now is only a Series 3 and it doesn't do what I want. And, you know, I like the health stuff. There's lots of really good health stuff with these watches. Let's not dick around. They're very clever stuff with, you know, people falling over, detecting heart attacks. And they open the whole show with this whole thing about the watches and all these people's lives that have been saved through owning the watch. And apparently, like, you know, the technology of the watch, it can read, the base of the watch reads your skin and your veins. And that's how it takes blood pressure and stuff like you know, all that kind of stuff. and it's able to detect differences in the way your heart's beating and if there's a problem. And there were stories at the beginning of the keynote saying this person, the watch let him know that, hey, you could be having a heart attack. And without the watch, it probably wouldn't be here. Wicked. Great stuff. You know, this is the kind of technology that blows my mind, you know. So you can't deny it's great. Most powerful watch, yeah, it's bright. It's got a great chip in it. There we go. More capable than anything else. Dual core CPU, 5.6 billion transistors. It's wonderful. Magic at your fingertips. And now this is their new selling point. Look at this. The pinchy pinch. The pinchy pinch, the double tap. So basically that little thing that reads, that when it sits on your arm, it reads your blood vessels. You can now do this tap and it detects. Like, they must have done so much research into this. This is the thing, right? Can you imagine the amount of research they've put into this one thing, which we go, what? Tap, tap. Is that it? Is that all? I'm telling you, like, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to realize the amount of research has probably gone into this to make it not recognize other things, but just that specific tap. It's would have been a lot, yeah. So pretty cool to be able to do that. And they said it actually reads the way that your arm, the blood vessels travel from that particular motion, from that actual motion. Super clever stuff. Is it enough to make you go and buy a new one, though? That's up to you. I'm not here to tell you anything like that. But really cool. So you can like answer phone calls. You can turn off alarms. You can start stopwatches. You can do all that kind of stuff. It's very clever. Play music. You can pause music, answer a phone call while answer a phone call while paddle boarding. Because, you know, the last time I was out paddle boarding, it's only last week, but anyway. Answer a phone call while paddleboarding. Stop a timer while baking a pie. Hello, Deep Gravity. Good to see you. Reply to a message while walking the dog. What about if I'm walking my cat? Will that work as well? I don't know. Check your smartwatch while holding your toddler. There we go. All the things that we do every day. Brilliant breakthrough. So much brighter. That's 2,000 nits for this one, 3,000 nits for the other one. So, and better in low light as well. So that's good. Nice stuff. Siri's got smarter as always. Yeah, good stuff. It works with HomePod, and what the technology for it too is you can walk into a room and search for your iPhone, and it will give you like to the centimeter where your iPhone is. That's super clever. There you go. There it is. This is the thing. So as you walk towards your iPhone, see how that works. It tells you 6 foot, and it gets right up. Well, 30 centimeters away. There you go. And it'll help you find your phone if you're a dickhead like me and you put your phone down wherever you are. And iOS, watchOS 10. There you go. Wicked stuff. So green, it's very green, it's very green, it's very cool. How much? How much? I hear you say. Aluminum, however you want to say it, $399 US, $699. Are we on the US? Yeah, we're on the US. Yes, we are US. $399, $699 stainless steel. Let's choose one. Let's choose the aluminum. Then you get a choice of bands, size. Yeah, choose your color. So a bunch of colors. We've got pink, we've got midnight, we've got starlight, we've got silver. Product red as well. Yeah, for those who are into, I'm not going to say that. Choose your size. So this changes the amount of money too. 45 brings up to 429. GPS or cellular. So again, it's going to put it up to 529 if we add some cellular to it. Here's your bands, so rubber and the textile, the new textile ones. They're nice, and they don't add any more money to it, but the stainless steel will add some money to it. and then you've got the choice to add the Milanese loop or the link bracelets. Now it's getting up to $800. Now we choose the color. Okay, now we're up to $890. $929 for a watch. There you go. So that's kind of maxed out just with aluminum. So you can see the prices. Cool. Let's jump over and look at the other watch, shall we? The Ultra 2. Here's the Ultra 2. Look at this thing. And then we'll cover the iPhone. Ultra 2, the next level of adventure. You know what? They guaranteed too. I remember them saying in the keynote, if you buy one of these, you will become an adventurer. 100%. You will climb Mount Everest. More guts, more glory. Looks tough because it is tough. Man, I'm just imagining Tim Cook saying that. Doesn't work for me. Titanium case. Yeah, so water resistant, 100 meters. Dust resistant, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. The brightest Apple Watch ever. So 3,000 nits, super freaking bright. Lots of new cool watch faces, all that kind of stuff. I think this is out of reach. I think a lot of people, you know I don't need one of these. So here's the difference. The new button on here too, the action button, which they have included now on the iPhone Pros as well, this action button. So you can customize this new action button to do multiple things. There's a compass waypoint, to backtrack, start a workout, begin a dive, a whole lot of things. You get options to use this button as whatever you like. So it's a universal button. So not only do you have that, you've still got the digital crown on the other side, which clicks in and does some cool stuff. And yeah, there you go. So you've got 3 microphones too. What was that? So digital crown, your depth gauge, you've got 3 microphones, a side button. Nice stuff. They're really nice watches. They're very expensive. I won't spend too much time on these watches. And you've got the little touchy thing as well, carbon neutral. Let's see how much these things are, shall we? And then we'll jump to the iPhones. Ooh, how much are these? $799. That's where they start. So choose your adventure. Look at that. They even make it very exciting. Choose your adventure. Alpine Loop, which is this one. The Trail Loop. Or the Ocean Band. I'm going to go for the Alpine Loop because I will climb Mount Everest very soon. I'm going to go with this band here. Band size, well, I think I'm about a medium. There we go. $7.99. It's pretty fair. Remember, you can trade in these things too. So that's nice. So there's the Ultra. Cool. Let's have a look at what everyone's kind of excited about. Always the iPhone. The iPhone steals the show. So we got the iPhone 15. And here it is. Look at the iPhone 15. Boom. Lots of pretty colors this year. Starts from $7.99 US. The Dynamic Island stays on top of it all. The Dynamic Island is your new place, your destination for all cool things that happen. The cameras are the stars. Can we swipe? Ooh, look at this. Look at this thing. So now we've got a pink. We've got a yellow. So we've got this yellow, which is, we've got a green. Gross. Man, why are their colors so gross? They're always so pastel-y. Why can't they give us something like a really deep purple? On the water. So we've got a blue. We've got this blue, this kind of sickly blue. And then we've got a black, of course. I'm always going to go black. It comes in a 6.1 inch. That's what she said. Or a 6.7 inch. I would definitely go the 6. I don't like really big phones. The full story. So the Dynamic Island, it bubbles and it moves and it alerts and it changes and it gives you all these fancy things. Look at it go. It moves with you as you move through the universe. That made it sound cool, so much cooler than what it is. Basically, what it is a thing to try and hide the camera, which is really annoying when you watch movies on the side. That's really what it is. Sorry. To take away the magic. Color through and tough all around. So this is their new coloring that they have here. Yeah. Which is, hopefully it's much better and it doesn't get scratched or anything like that. Because remember when they first did the colors back in the day? They did the black, I think it was on the iPhone 5. And holy fuck, within a second it got scratched off and it was a big drama. There's always a drama every year with Apple products. Somebody goes mental and goes, there's always an Applegate each year. So here we are, the 48 megapixel camera for breathtaking, smile-making picture taking. God, that's vomit-inducing. Now the main camera shoots super high resolution, so it's easier to take standout photos. Up to 4 times resolution, 2 times telephoto. The camera's sick. Yeah, the camera is absolutely sick. You can't deny it. You know, I think on the Pro, there's even like this standard they've added, which is from the Academy for actual filmmaking. Wicked. Hi, Joe. FPC. Anyone I've missed? If I have missed you in the chat, I do apologise. I love you all. But what have we got? 20 minutes to get through all this, and I'll dump you all over to Pete. Plus, folks, please hang around. Our featured artist today, somebody you've probably never heard today, somebody who left me a comment on the channel last night, and I went over to his channel and found all his music, and me drunk as he got some good music. So, now you no longer have to switch to portrait mode. Yeah, want to quickly capture a moment before it's gone? You no longer have to switch to portrait mode. If your person is a dog or cat, blah, blah, blah. With Apple's version of AI, aka machine learning, because you'll never hear Apple say AI. They call it machine learning because they're Apple. But their new machine learning is able to allow you to take a photo in a different portrait size. And it's very clever stuff, yeah? You can't deny it. It's very clever. So 2 times telephoto. Yeah, look at these wonderful photos. And the depth and all that stuff is just wild. You know, it's really fantastic. All-day battery life, good stuff. The Bionic chip, here it is. It's new. It's a powerhouse. It's the A16. It's actually from last year's model. From the Pros from last year, and now you get them. That's how it works now. From the Pros last year, you get that in the lower version. Yeah, the computational stuff for the photos is really clever too. So as it says here, photography used to be 24 megapixel photos. Next gen portraits, voice isolation for phone calls. That was sick. A woman was on the phone without headphones, and they couldn't hear her because of the traffic. She pressed a button and the traffic disappears. Wicked. Little iterations again, you know, nothing that's going to make you, shit the bed. But stuff that's cool. That's what it is, you know. USB-C. Oh my God, USB-C. Bye-bye cable clutter. Oh, it's USB-C. Apple innovating again because they were forced to. Never forget. Never forget. So now they've added this same thing as what is in the watches, this new emergency service. So if you're stranded out in the middle of nowhere, you can SOS and get someone to come stretch you out in a helicopter and save you and all that stuff. 75% recycled aluminium they're made of. iOS 17 coming. What are they worth? Let's do a quick check and then we'll look at the last phone and then we'll get the hell out of here. All right, so you got the Plus, you got the iPhone 15. Plus is $899, base $799. USD, remember USD? I would go for the 15 because I don't like big phones, so I'm just going to pick that one. Pick black. I don't need a lot of space on my phone. This is me personally, but you can see here, $799 for 128 gig, $899 or $512. $1,099. I would just go for 128 because I don't make music on my phone anymore. I don't really need a lot of space on it. There you go. How much is it going to cost me? $800 USD, which is over $1,000 here in Australia. It's probably about 1,001, or it's probably about 1,300 or 1,500, probably. It's a lot more here in Australia. That's that. iPhone 15 Pro. Let's have a look. Titanium. It's made of titanium. It's wicked. It looks amazing. You know, I can only imagine how much stronger it is. You would hope. I'm sure there's going to be people making videos, dropping it from a building, doing stupid shit with it. But it really doesn't matter ultimately, because if you've ever owned an iPhone, they're all strong. I haven't used a case on my iPhone since 2015. Yeah, haven't broken one. I broke one actually, and it was in a case. Because look, they're super strong. But trust me, if they land here on this point, they're fucked no matter what. Because the glass shatters and spiders, you can't change that. That is a point of every phone, no matter what. So yeah, but titanium. And now we've got this new action button. This is good. I like this, I think. But this is only on the Pro. So instead of the action button just used to be this thing here, used to be like a silence button. But now you can assign it to whatever you want. You can assign it to like your torch, your do not disturb mode. You can set it to like record a voice message. Whole lot of things. That's cool. Yes. Give us more functionality from a button. What a waste of time having just a button that just silences the phone. Great. Good idea. Is it like earth-shattering? Absolutely fucking not. Take a closer look. Here it is. Look at this titanium sexy thing. Comes in pink. Or is that natural? That's natural. So natural titanium. Blue titanium. I like the blue. I think the blue's nice. Nice. White. Yeah. And black titanium. 6.1 inch, 6.7 inch. Forged titanium. There we go. Forged from, how is it made? Titanium is one of the best strength to weight ratios of any metal, making these the lightest models ever. Titanium. There you go. A17 Pro chip. This is the latest chip. Monster for gaming. They actually even showed saying that PC games are going to be able to run on this iPhone. Okay. I'll wait for that. You say that every year, Apple. PC gaming coming. Never happens. Hi, Mark. Good to see you. So the biggest redesign, Apple's GPUs. What have we got here? Mobile games are going to be great. They already look amazing. Fuck me. They already look amazing. Everything looks amazing already. We already have great technology. This is a minor step, and it's still cool. Camera that captures your wildest imaginations, yeah? The cameras on this are just fucking crazy. 7 Pro lenses in your pocket everywhere you go. Ultra-wide macro. 0.5 ultra-wide, 13 mil, 24 mil. Look at the zoom in this macro. 1 times, 2 times telephoto. Sick. It's really cool. Do you need to go out and get it right now? That's up to you. 48 megapixel camera. Great stuff. Kind of similar software stuff. Machine learning. Remember, no AI. It's all machine learning. 120 millimeters of pure zoom. Man, that's bonkers for digital zoom. It's nuts. Optical, 5 times optical zoom. It's super good. There's our action button. Gigablast to gigabits. So, yep, they've got the USB-C. They've got faster wideband for the internet and for finding your devices and stuff like that. Orders, you can take orders, I think, next week. So that's when the orders kick off next week. Wow, USB-C, that's so fast. That's so cool. New Wi-Fi technology, faster than before. Everything's, a little bit faster than before. Good stuff. They say every year the glass is stronger than last year. So, but they never give you facts. This is Apple, isn't it? They go, it's stronger, but you got to wait for a teardown. What they did say, it was very brief, but I did pick up on is that the back to get into the phones to actually repair them is a lot easier. They've made it a little bit easier. So I don't know if you've been following all the laws on right to repair and stuff, but they're going to be forced very soon to make to allow people to repair their phones. It happened with USB-C. Trust me, it's going to happen with right to repair. They will be forced to make the phones easier to fix. And this, I heard them mention, removing the back and getting in to fix things will be a little bit easier. They're going to have to do it soon. They will be forced because the European Union is not fucking around. You know what I'm saying? MagSafe on the back, up to 23 hours of playback. Yeah, with stuff. Here's this new emergency thing. So now they've extended this emergency thing with the Pro to roadside assist, only in America at this point. But if you're stuck somewhere, no internet, you can connect directly to roadside assist. I think it only connects to AAA in the US. But you can have somebody come out and find you wherever the hell you are and get you moving. 100% recycled aluminum, whatever you want to call it. iOS 17. So I guess iOS 17 will be dropping when the phones are released. So it's going to be very soon. Not too far away. Let's have a look how much. Base model, $1,000 US. There you go. That is for the Pro. So the 6.1, this is the one I would get. If I'm going to get one, I'm getting this one. That's one. The Max is $1,199. I would be getting this one in black. I would be getting just a 128 gigabyte. I don't need a lot. I'm happy. And there you go. So if I was in the US, that would cost me all of $999. So before we get out of here and I send you over to Pete, let's show you how much it's going to cost me here in Australia when I buy that, because I probably will at the end of the year once I upgrade finally to iOS 17, because I always wait until December or January to update to iOS 17, because trust me, when it drops, it's full of bugs and you won't want to do it. You might want to wait. So Australia price, let's have a look. How much is it going to cost me for the iPhone 15 Pro? Wow, $1,849. Fuck. Oh, that's only 128 gig. Look at the 1 terabyte. $2,749. Whew. Yeah, a kidney. There's me dead. But yeah, if I do get it, I can trade in too. Let's check the trade in, because I've got a trade in. What's my phone worth? Choose your model. I got a, what have I got? I have a 3rd gen SE, capacity 128. It is in very good condition, not a mark on it. $275 trade in. And it cost me $799 in 2020. You know what? I'll keep it. I'm good. That's what it's going to cost me. I'll probably be getting it on a plan where I'm paying it off over 1 million years and I have to sell my soul to the devil. Yeah. So there you go, folks. Thanks for hanging out. That is the wrap up of my take on everything. Yeah. So it's had a little bit of my spray, and, you know, don't get your hopes too high up and don't get too upset. Do you need it? That's up to you. Do you want it? Yeah. We all want good stuff and fun stuff to play with. But remember, what do you have right now? Because I'm sure you're making your best music and you're doing the best things you possibly can right now with some of the best technology either in your pocket or holding in your hands. We are very privileged and we have some fantastic stuff. And if I was a kid and had the stuff that I have right now, wow, my life would be very different. Okay, so Pete Johns is up next. I'll be dumping you over. I used to use my iPhone for music. Now I use everything on iPad. It's too small. I can't see. Look at my glasses. I'm blind. It's way too small. So I much prefer the iPad. So I just use it as a phone these days. I know, a phone. What kind of madness is this? Yes, what kind of madness? But it is madness. So Pete Johns is up next. I'll automatically dump you over to his channel. But remember, after Pete today, I am taking a look and I'm going to show you first the drums I've been working on Pete Johns' song for Songtember. It's sounding really good. If you like Tool, you're going to love it. Tomorrow we got another double show tomorrow. 2 cool apps we're looking at. You're not going to want to miss those back to back. And in between, I'll be doing this, sending you over here tomorrow to check out the Hey Jude tribute by Tom Caraher and a bunch of weirdos, me included. So that's happening tomorrow. But right now, I'm going to send you over to this particular artist who sent me a message last night on YouTube on the channel. And I went and had a listen to his music and went, holy shit, dude, you are talented. This is, SG Experiment. All of his music is on iTunes. There's a pinned comment up the top. Go and check him out. I'm going to play Justine. Let's hear it. Do the things that make you happy, folks. Mistakes make you better. And you know what? We'll all rise together. We'll see you over at Pete's or a bit later on the next show. This is SG Experiment.
No one knows about you, baby. Cut glass or diamond. Or is it sand I cannot hold on to that brings me to this place? Come on over, come on over, come on over, come on over, Justine, won't you take me by the hand? Perfume hangs in the air like some unwelcome ghost, and I stare into the evening and I see the time has flown by. Your voice still casts a spell on me, but I can't hear it anymore. There are umbrellas outside my window. Autumn is here again. Come on over, come on over, come on over, come on over, Justine, won't you take me by the hand? So I ride into